Hello children, let's begin our today's topic, that is 3.5, drafting a virtual message. Let's see the icebreakers given in this chapter. Given below is a two-way communication cycle or the process of communication. Can you guess the role of the sender and the receiver in this process? What do we encode? What do we decode? So the role of the sender is to transcribe what he or she wants to convey to the receiver in a message. Transcribe means to put the thoughts, speech, data into written or printed form. And the role of the receiver is to interpret the conveyed message and to grasp its meaning. Interpret means to explain the meaning of. What do we encode? We encode what we want to convey to the receiver in the form of an unambiguous, that is clear in meaning, message. What do we decode? We decode from the message the idea that it conveys by way of interpreting it. A clear message is easy to interpret. Now basically we should understand what is communication. Now communication is an integral part of human nature. The exchange of ideas, thoughts and information from one person to another is known as communication. Every living being on the planet have different communication processes. They can express themselves and understand each other. But human beings on the planet have been considered to be the most intelligent animal who can communicate and express themselves and have a better understanding of all these things. Further in this chapter, we are going to learn types of message, virtual communication, message writing, format of virtual message, points to remember, and the solved example of this text. There are 6 major types of messages: directional messages, messages of possibility, messages of reality, messages of necessity, new idea messages, and reframing messages. Let's begin with the different types of messages. Let's see what is directional message. Sometimes messages are directional. They give us a point of view on the best way to achieve a certain goal. For example, sometimes the sender of the message gives the direction to the receiver to be happy or to make more money or to make better relationships. Next one is messages of possibility. This message means or remind us that something else is possible. These types of messages give hope to the receiver and it prompts him or her to be optimistic or take everything in positive way. The next one is messages of reality. Sometimes the messages about how things really are. They are clarifying messages like mini maps that help direct people from confusion to clarity. These types of messages help the receiver to reassess himself or herself or reset their views about the possibilities and the limitations of their approaches in life. Next type of message is messages of necessity. This message is actually a call for action. It goes beyond all the possibilities and all the limitations. It is a dictate to get what we want. Such a message usually begins with the expression, "we need to." Next one is new idea messages. Now some messages are based on the ideas that people may never have considered before. That means here the messages with all the novel ideas, that is new ideas or opinions or new suggestions or new views etc. are sent with much excitement or enthusiasm. Next type of messages are reframing messages. Some messages are about taking aspects of our life that we might have framed as weaknesses or bad and framing them as strengths and assets. Or something we thought was bad is actually good, or something we always thought was good is bad. Something we thought was ugly is actually beautiful. It simply means here the sender's aim is to reverse the views and ideas of the receiver. Now let's see what do we mean by virtual communication. When we communicate with people who are not physically present in front of us, it is called virtual communication. Although virtual communication was started with the help of the telephone, but nowadays the recent revolutions in communication technology made it very popular and common, like audio visual and audio video facilities made virtual communication the favorite mode of this world. Now let's see what is message writing. Now learning to write a short and clear message is a very important writing skill to be mastered. Most often, the input for a message comes in the form of a telephonic conversation between two people. Like the virtual conversation, which is conveyed in the conversation, is to be converted into a message for a third person. Such messages are written on a small pieces of papers called memo slips. Now let's learn the format of message writing. So children, we have to begin the message with the date on which it is to be written, then time, then name of the person to whom the message is to be directed, then the body of the message, that is the content, and then lastly the name of the writer, that means sender. Let's see few points to be remembered. The first point to be remembered is only the most important details should be written in the message. Next is no new information should be added. The next is grammatically correct sentences should be used. Then indirect or reported speech should be used. Then the message should be written in simple language and without any abbreviations. Then check your message before you submit and send it. Next is be friendly and polite in your messages. Then avoid pun or ambiguity or witticism in short words that would create confusion or chaotic situation. To avoid pun and witticism means to avoid the jokes or fun, and ambiguity means unclear messages. Let's see a solved example of a textbook so that we have a better understanding. So here is an example of drafting a virtual message. I'll read the question for you all. You receive a telephone call from your mother's office when she is not at home. You have the following conversation with the speaker, but you have to go for your tuition class. So you leave a message for your mother. Now write the message within 50 words using the information given below. Do not add any new information. So all these types of instructions will be given to you. So next will be a conversation or a dialogue given to you. The dialogue is between two persons, Ambuj and Mr. Rastogi. The conversation is as follows. Ambuj: hello, Mr. Rastogi. Hello, may I speak to Miss Dikshit please? I am Naresh Rastogi from the office. Ambuj: Mom's not at home right now. Mr. Rastogi: in that case, can you give her a message? It is urgent. Please tell her that the meeting fixed for tomorrow has been rescheduled. Ask her to check her mail as soon as possible for the details. Please don't forget to inform her. Ambuj: don't worry, I'll tell her as soon as she returns. So, children, we have understood the concept of the conversation, and we also know previously given question for drafting a message. So now you have to assume that you are Ambuj and you have to go to tuition class, and then you have also to give the message to your mom. So you have to write the message on a piece of paper or on a memo slip, so that when your mother returns from work, she can see your message and she can call back to Mr. Rastogi. So here is the answer to the question or the virtual message. 14 Feb 3:30 p.m. Mom, Mr. Rastogi from the office called up to say that the meeting fixed for tomorrow has been rescheduled. He wants to check your mail as soon as possible for the details. He said it was urgent. Ambuj. So children, lastly I would tell you that when you write the message, Write it in the rectangular box so that it gives a proper pattern or the shape of a memo slip. I hope you all have understood how to draft a message. Thank you.